Hey Tubies, this is Psychic Bob. While I'm sitting here, I'm just meditating on the pentacle today. I just love the pentacle. This is my silver pentacle with a little moonstone. And, if you're working on developing your psychic abilities, you might want to get a little silver charm or a moonstone. Moonstone's said to enhance psychic abilities, and silver also enhances psychic abilities. So, I don't know, I'm a Wiccan, so, this is just a great little piece for me to wear. And anyway, just want to share it with you. But you guys are wonderful. First of all, I got to say thank you. Thank you from my heart to all of you for all your support this last week while I was at my mom's. You guys all came out to the videos. At my mom's house, they weren't so polished. It was a little hard to work with her computer, but if we did get them out, I want to say thank you. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, we talked about the astrology, all the planetary alignments yesterday. Definitely check that out. We're going to have horoscopes a little later in the week. Due to technical problems, I couldn't do the full horoscopes video yesterday. But I did see some fascinating transits, and you might want to check that out, okay? Well, you guys are the best, and here we are. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for messages from the spirit world. And we have a lot of new people here. By the way, I want to welcome all the new subscribers. Thanks for joining Spirit Channel. This is a tradition we do every Tuesday. I answer messages from people that write in, and if you want to write to me and get into messages from the spirit world, you can write to me. Either put your comment in the info box below, okay? Or you can write to me at my official email, which is readings@robert-hickman.com. I'll put that link also below, okay? So either way, I'll get your letters. And now just so you guys know, I get hundreds of letters, so I can't right now personally always write back and respond to everybody. I hope you'll understand. I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm just one person. I need a whole staff. I really do. But I'm trying the best I can, and I really appreciate your interest and your support. And just so you know, it is free to be on messages from the spirit world, no charge, okay? So definitely, send me your questions. If you have something that's really pressing and you really want to get into a lot more depth, you might want to consider investing in a private reading. Some of you here may not know, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. And if you want to reach out to me, you can visit my website at robert-hickman.com. Again, I'll put the link below. And if you want to get on my schedule, you can either call me or write to me. If you want to call me, it's 571-483-2112. And that's my office number. Again, I'll put that in the link below. Or write to me at my email, which is also below, okay? You guys are the best. Well, I love you. Thank you for being here. And we're going to go through some letters today. But before we do that, let's just take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay, I hear my spirit guide Fletcher. He says hello. All right, our first letter is from Connie T. And Connie T writes, and she says, Dear Bob, have I finished my transformation and ascension process? Am I ready for the awakening that is to come? Hi, Connie. Hon, I have to tell you, when I step into your frequency, I'm getting a lot of beautiful blues and purple light around you. Definitely means you have a high vibration, high frequency, and a lot of white light as well. So you're definitely been connecting with those who are ascended. I believe that when I look at your vibration, I'd say you're definitely on the ascension path. Some people believe that ascension is going to be where we all literally rise into the skies. Some people believe that ascension is a sudden awakening inside. And I believe that you are on the path of ascension. Now, when you ask about, am I ready for the awakening? I believe that really, my personal belief is that they're interconnected. So I feel that you are already awakening. So to answer your questions, yes, I feel like you are ready for awakening. I feel like you're already involved in awakening. And what I would encourage you to do is continue to do whatever you're doing spiritually, because I can tell you as a psychic, I love your vibration. When I step into your frequency, I'm like, whoo, this lady's definitely tuned in. So you got power going for you. You are connected to the spirit world. You're connected to the ascended ones. and you're on a good path. So definitely keep going with that. I feel like over this next year, you're going to have even more awakening. So I do see continual evolution spirit-wise around you. I do see continual expansion of your spiritual gifts. You're very much a communicator because you have all this blue light around you. You've got a lot of purple, which means you're definitely talking to the spirit world. So keep that conversation going because, you know, when we work with those on the other side, they really do help us. You know, I always tell people, don't believe in the spirit world just because I say it. Test it for yourself. And I feel like, you know, when I go into your frequency, you've been doing that, where you've been testing that work. And I think you're on a very good path. I wouldn't say change anything, honestly, because I feel like you're right where you want to be. If I were to offer maybe something to help you improve that or speed it up, I might just say, try to consistently do your meditation at the same time every day. The reason I say at the same time is, one, it creates a discipline in us. But the other thing is, we always forget that the people on the other side, they have lives too. So when we want to connect to the ascended ones, you know, it's kind of like polite. It's say, you know, every day at 4 o'clock, I'm going to sit for meditation. And I invite all my guides and angels to come. And so when you say it like that, you say, well, I'm going to be sitting every day and you can choose whatever time you want. But I'll just say 4 o'clock. That gives them advance notice so they know to be there. And that way you'll always have a strong connection because they'll honor that commitment, okay? Well, your letter's wonderful. I'm very excited. I love the light around you. You've got a lot of white light also, which definitely means you're touching in on the divine realms. I see protection. I see blessing. I see more ascension coming. And definitely, as I said, I believe ascension and awakening are kind of blended together, really. So it's hard for me to say where one stops and the other starts. That's just me. But I think you're on the right path, okay? Thank you for writing. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Joshua Brian B. Hello, Joshua Brian B. First of all, Joshua Brian B., I got to tell you, thank you for your patience. I know you've been writing me. I'm getting so many letters. I've seen yours pop up. You know, I get a little overwhelmed with mail, so I have been trying to get to you. So today is your day, okay? All right, Joshua writes, he says, hello, Psychic Bob. What do you see for me in the area of relationships? And will I get into all the colleges that I apply for? You know, I have to tell you, in terms of relationships right now, I feel like you've got people around you who like you. I feel like there's some flirtation. I feel like there's some dating. But in terms of like a more stable, committed relationship, I don't see that till March of 2018. So next March is where I'm seeing you enter into a relationship. I don't feel that you know this person yet. So I feel this is somebody who will enter your life. I feel this will be at a college setting. I think they go to the same school as you. In terms of schooling here, you ask, will you get into all the colleges you apply for? I have to be honest, I don't see you getting into every single one. But I am being shown specific ones that I'd like you to look into, and if you haven't already applied, explore these. I'm being shown around you the state of Pennsylvania. So I feel there's a university, college here, like University of Pennsylvania, something in that area. I'm also being shown North Carolina around you as well. I feel the state of North Carolina is prominent. And I feel those two are going to be some of your best. I also get New York, like an upstate New York college as well. So these are the three areas I'd like you to put focus in because I see these three areas is where the energy is strongest for you to move forward with a university degree. So yes, I do see you going to college. I do see you getting in. And I feel like, you know, that relationship also comes after you get settled there, okay? Hope that helps. Thank you for writing. Blessings to you. All right. Let's see. Our next letter here is from Rafe Kovitch. Hi, Rafe Kovitch. Rafe Kovitch writes, Dear Bob, recently I have been having thoughts of aliens coming to the earth. And yet every time I look outside, I have been unable to see a UFO. And because of this, I get an overwhelming depression, thinking that I have been born in the wrong time. Hope you can share your thoughts on this. Have a wonderful day. Hi, Rafe Kovitch. you know, first of all, let me tell you, when we talk about the alien presence, the alien visitations, don't give up this life worrying about that. And I know a lot of people are excited and wishing for that and waiting for it. It will come in its proper time. And as I've said, I feel the next 2 years are going to be very significant around this. You're not born at the wrong time. You're here exactly when you're supposed to be. Now, one of the things I want you to also try to understand is, though, the aliens right now are not necessarily fully physically manifesting. Now, I know some people are having that. But what I've been finding a lot more of is that they're actually reaching out to connect with people on the inner planes. And so instead of looking always just to the sky, which you can always do, but don't put all your energy into that, I want you to practice every day developing your consciousness, your meditation, so that you will be able to connect with them on the inner planes. Because see, many of the aliens who are coming are so advanced. They're already here. We just don't know it. And many of their craft are literally floating outside our windows, but they're cloaked. You might have seen the old Star Trek series. They used to have the Klingon cloaking devices, or Romulan cloaking. I can't remember which one. It was Romulan. Well, that's a real technology. And the aliens have already mastered that. So many times they're out there. And what I think if you would focus on is just when you feel that feeling like to run to the window and look, rather than, you know, going there and being disappointed, why don't you sit, and I want you just to get a pen and paper, and I want you to meditate, and I want you to ask them, are you present? Do you have a message? I'm willing to be a channel for your message to the people of the earth. And you may find yourself start writing. You may just have all these words coming through. You may not understand it. You may have images. Try to capture that, because this is how I'm finding they're reaching out. What the aliens are doing is, for those of us who are spiritually minded, they know that we'll be able to handle their appearance. And so they're preparing those of us who are light workers by giving us insight, giving us meditations, giving us visions so that we can connect with them. And through that connection, we'll start to receive their presence and mission. And then when they do appear, you see, it's not going to be the trauma for us that it might have been. So I want you to stop worrying about looking out the window. I want you to look within. And I think, you know, you're very psychic. I pick up around you here. And I think you'll really start to make a connection that way. And you can also go out and meditate outside and ask them if they will show themselves to you. You know, I've heard of people out, you know, particularly out west in like Nevada and Arizona. Some people have formed groups where they get in groups and they go on a hillside and join in a little circle and they meditate. And they, like the group energy, will call a ship into visible appearance. So you might want to investigate that. Maybe you might have some friends that you want to get together with and make it a group project. Because I do believe that when the intent is sincere and they know that people are ready, they will manifest. And I think, you know, start with the inner planes, and eventually I think you'll get the outer world experience. Hope that helps, darling. Don't be depressed. You're here at the right time, trust me, okay? Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Mark Wilhelm, or Wilhelm. Hello, Mark. Mark writes and says, hello, Psychic Bob. Does my mother have any messages for me? She passed away a year ago. The other question is, do you see me moving to a new place? Thank you, your friend, Mark. Hi, Mark. You know, first of all, let me start with the move, because they are showing moving boxes around you. I do see a move coming for you. I'm not getting it till early 2018, around February, March, April, late winter, early spring. This is where I'm seeing a move for you. They keep showing me two different areas. One is Minnesota and one is Indiana. And I don't know if you have connections to either of those, but I'm being shown both of these areas as very strong moving scenarios for you, very strong options for you. So I do feel that you'll move. I feel like financially you're going to be in a really strong place at that time. And not just financially, but emotionally. And I think that, you know, you've been kind of in a holding pattern when I go back over this last year. And I feel like, you know, as you're releasing your mom, she's definitely going to help you to move, okay? So in regards to her, I have to tell you, I do pick her up around you. And they keep showing me that she's actually been visiting you. I keep seeing her in a living room area. And I keep feeling like there's a fireplace mantle or a bookshelf, but it's like a ledge of some area. And I'm getting pictures on this ledge. I feel like she's standing in this area a lot. And I feel like if you go to this mantle area, this book area, it's like, it's actually in a living room. I don't think it's a bedroom. It looks like it's a living room because I'm seeing other furniture. This is where you'll communicate with her. Fletcher sings it, yeah. Fletcher says that he says she's in the light and she's very much at peace. And she's asking me to tell you, I'm hearing her talk. She's coming through. Hold on. She said to you, she said, tell him that I'm proud of him. He's a son that I'm so proud of. And she wants you to know, she says, tell him thank you for loving me all the way to the end. I get the sense you may have been with her right around the time of her crossing. And maybe even been there literally the day she died. And she just says, he was with me. He helped me. And I love him for that. She says to tell you, don't feel bad about anything. She said there's nothing that could have been done. It was my time to go. And I get the sense from her at the time of her crossing, it's like her body to me feels heavy. And I feel like her breathing was labored. It's almost like, you know, it's like just breathing just wore her out. And I feel like when she got out of that body, she was free. I hear her laughing. She said, you're right, I was free. She really likes it in the spirit world. She's at peace. She's giving me a flower to give to you. What is this? Beautiful. This is lovely. She's giving me a yellow tulip for you and also a beautiful yellow rose. And she's giving these to you. She said, you'll love these flowers. And she said, I love this color yellow in flowers. And she wants you to know she's with you. She's at peace, okay? She's asking me to tell you, she says, don't worry about holding on to material stuff. She said, let it go. You can go on. I'm not upset if you move. So I don't know if like the house you're living in has a connection to her. Maybe she lived there or you were living with her. But I get the sense like almost of like a joint property that's owned or a shared property. And she says, I'm not bothered about the property. She said, go on and be free and have fun. Okay. She said, tell him I love him. And she's stepping back. Thank you, Fletcher. Thank you, ma'am. What a nice lady. Well, Mark, I hope that made some sense. That was from her. Blessings to you. Keep me posted, okay? All right, our next letter is from Melanie Miller. Actually, it's not a letter. Melanie, hi. Anyways, you didn't actually ask me a question, but your name popped up while I was putting this together. And Spirit told me to give you a message, okay? You have around you a spirit guide. Her name is Sophia, Sister Sophia. She was a nun. And she's wearing a beautiful white habit, long white veil, you know, the old style nun outfit with the long robe. But Sister Sophia is around you. And she said that she's coming in to help you. She said, I'm helping her develop her gifts of clairsentience and clairvoyance, clairsentience and clairvoyance. So you're somebody, you're going to be developing more psychic gifts this year, and Sister Sophia is going to help you. She says, tell her don't be afraid. She said, even though I'm Catholic, she said, I won't hit her with a ruler. But she's very gentle soul, beautiful nun around you. And you don't have to be Catholic, by the way, to have a nun spirit guide. Over there, they don't care about religion. But she's showing me her nun uniform, her nun habit. And she says to tell you that she's helping you to open more to your own gifts. I keep seeing when I'm stepping your frequency also flashes of lavender light. This also tells me that you're an empath, that you feel energy. So I feel like you're going to be really developing that empathic energy, that clairsentience. Clairsentience means you can just feel and know stuff, like have infused knowledge a lot of times. And clairvoyance, you're going to have visions. You might see, actually might see Sister Sophia. But I get the sense that some of this is also being given to you because You're going to be doing some paranormal work also over this year. You're going to be helping some earthbound souls to cross, okay? They show you here, somebody's contacting you, a friend, I believe they have a haunting in their house. And Sister Sophia says, don't be afraid, I'll help you help them. So you may be called to help a soul that's trapped. Sister Sophia is going to guide that, but honor your spiritual gifts. She's working with you. Anyways, I had to bring that. Your name just came up in the letters here, and I know you didn't ask for it, but you just said thank you. She just say people names. Melanie wrote and said how much she enjoyed Spirit Channel, and I'm so thankful. I want to say thank you for that. But while I was sorting through the letters, all of this came, so I have to bring it over. All right, blessings to you, Melanie. Thanks for being here. All right, our next letter is from Mysterious 1111, and Misty writes. She says, a friend named Dan has been missing since March 28th. I'm so sorry. Ooh. We feel Dan is dead. Do you pick up any details? What happened or where is his body? You know, I hate to say it, but I have to be honest. I pick up Dan as being dead as well. I feel that he was killed. Looks like it was blunt force trauma to the body. I feel he was struck across the chest, maybe shoulder, and also the head. I believe he had either a skull fracture or concussion that led to internal hemorrhaging that killed him. I feel that he was killed in a wooded area, and his body was just thrown in water. It looks like it's a pond or like a lagoon or like a creek. It's like in a wooded area with, like, you know how they have shallow water. I feel that his body is up under kind of an embankment, like where, you know, water, the embankment goes down to water and it's like kind of underneath the embankment. I feel like it's kind of an area where there may be some flowing water, but it's very slow and stagnant, so the body's not washed. It's been stashed. I keep feeling this is rather close to his home, within about 3 to 4 miles, maybe 5 miles. This may be connected to a park, like, because I'm seeing trees, but I'm also seeing a path as if this is like a park area. And again, this is not far from his home. I don't feel that his body was moved from the point of where he was. I keep seeing him walking, and I feel like he was confronted by a man. The man that I pick up around him, I feel that he has an addiction issue. Not Dan, but this man who killed him was connected to drugs. Looks like he may have been a meth addict or some type of meth person. I feel he was involved in theft. I think the man was literally crazed who killed him. And I think he was under the influence of drugs. But I do pick up Dan as unfortunately deceased. And anyways, maybe I can help with this case. Misty, you might want to call me personally. I do missing person cases work for free, so I don't charge for that. If it's an active, ongoing police case, I do work for families and friends for free. So if you want to contact me, we can go into more detail, because I think that I want to sit down and talk to you a little more, because I'm seeing this area, and I feel like, again, it may be a state park, and I want to kind of know from you if the area kind of within 4 to 5 miles of his house is a state park area, because this is where I'm seeing the body. And I do feel it can be recovered and identified. And I do think there'll be some evidence. Again, I said he was killed with blunt force trauma. It feels like he was hit with a tire iron or a wrench, a heavy, like, crowbar sort of material. So I'm feeling it's like you know, those tire irons that you get lug nuts off. I feel like it was a big, heavy metal thing. So I can feel the impact across the side of the head and the neck and shoulder. So he definitely was, you know, killed. But unfortunately, I think he died pretty quickly, so he didn't suffer. But anyways, I hope that gives a little insight. And contact me if you want to talk further, okay? No charge for that. Well, gosh, guys, I don't know where the day goes. You know. Anyways, I'm so glad you're here. By the way, look, Psychic Bob is home. I had such a good time at my mom's. But now it's time to be home and get back to work. But you guys rest. Thanks for being here. Listen, if you want to help me out, like this, favorite it, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. Be part of our channel. And if you get a chance, pop over to my website, link below, and check out my bookstore. Get some books. Contact me for a private reading. All of that's over there. You guys rock. I love you. Sending blessings to you. Thanks for being here. We'll be back here tomorrow on, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Wiccan Wednesday. Don't miss it. We'll see you then. Blessed be.